Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Science of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. In the previous episode, we completed a freaking chapter that we escaped with our lives from the freaking Phantom soldiers and the freaking demonic beasts and the bandits. The bandits captured Alfric. Today's episode right now, we should be rescuing him. So let's get on going. If you have today's episode, make sure that like button and your support is greatly appreciated to the channel.
We really lucked out there. Fewer injuries than I would have expected, and most were minor. I suppose the only conclusion we can draw is that they really were after Elfric all this time.
Perhaps they were instructed to avoid unnecessary casualties.
Is that Elfric guy really a cardinal? Are the secret cardinals really a thing? I thought that was a myth.
Hard to believe. Did you folks in the Ashen Wolves know that?
No, that's news to me. The identity of the Cardinals is top secret, even within the church. He never would have told us something like that. Oh, except maybe Yuri.
He and I talk about a lot of things. But right now, I'd say we have more important topics to discuss than his title. Elfric's been kidnapped. What are we going to do about it?
Even if it is in the name of rescuing him, we simply cannot hand over the chalice to those scoundrels.
Let's just give them the thing and be done with it.
Professor, I came as fast as I could when I heard the report. I had no idea you'd be here.
Is this loud, excitable knight a friend of yours?
Precisely so. I'm Alois, right-hand man to the former captain of the Knights of Seros, Geralt.
Oh my, that means our professor here is the child of a captain.
Now, about Elfric's kidnapping. Since he's an important member of the church, we must use any means necessary to find him. That said, most of the Holy Knights have been deployed to deal with the Western Church.
Sure, but any knights are better than no knights, yeah?
I like your attitude, though I'm still embarrassed that we're not in full force. But hey, at least we're quite forceful.
Here, take this letter. We believe it was left by whoever kidnapped the Cardinal. In it, the enemy clearly spells out their plan. They're after a chalice that was hidden beneath Abyss.
A chalice? A chalice? Ah, do you mean the chalice? But no, why would it be there? I've never heard anything about it being stowed away in Abyss.
Then this is gonna come as a shock, pal.
What in the goddess's name? Is that really the chalice from the legends?
The probability of that is unassailably high, yes.
It was guarded by a bunch of giant creepy toys. There was powerful magic protecting it and everything.
If you say so. Wow. That means the story about the chalice being bound was true. Well, what's done is done. Oh, but I guess it's not done just yet. I must report this to Lady Rhea at once.
Cindered shadows. Betrayal.
So that is what transpired. This is indeed the Chalice of Beginnings. It matches the descriptions and the few records of it that remain.
Don't beat around the bush. What's our punishment?
You removed a most sacred treasure. Truly, it is my obligation to mete out punishment for that transgression. However, you also helped the church locate a valuable artifact. In light of this good deed, I shall forgive the bad one. I do wonder. I am wondering whether your presence had anything to do with the artifact's unbinding, Professor. As per the Church Chronicles, the four apostles secured the chalice with powerful magic. The only way to release the chalice is by using the four crests passed down through their bloodlines. However, given the special power you possess, perhaps you were able to unlock it yourself. There is no knowing at present. For the time being, I will keep the chalice somewhere safe. As for Elfric, I assure you that the knights will find and return him in due time. I consider him to be one of my many children, after all. I will not allow harm to befall him.
Lady Rhea, might I ask a moment of your time? We cannot be expected to give up our endeavor. The enemy stated most clearly that if the knights are involved, our dear Elfric is finished. We owe him so much. If there is any possibility that his life is in danger, the risk is too great to chance.
True. The knights are strong and all, but they're liable to get him killed. We can take care of it. With Chatterbox's help.
Our professor has the strength of 100 knights. Or about 1.5 of me. We've got this. How about it, Rhea? We've been through too damned much to get here. Leave the chalice and Elfric to us. You won't regret it.
Lady Rhea, please.
If you consent to join your power with theirs, yes, perhaps there is hope. As you wish, I shall entrust you with the chalice.
Your Grace, the chalice is a legendary treasure. You can't just hand it over to those underground...
That is quite enough. There is no cause to worry, I assure you. There will be no further discussion on the matter. Even if we lost hold of the chalice, it would be impossible for the thieves to make use of it. Though it was created to return a life that was lost, I doubt that anyone alive knows how to accomplish that feat. If someone were to successfully replicate the ritual, it would perhaps be the work of fate.
Hey, boss. Been meaning to ask. How'd you end up down here in Abyss?
What is this? Some sort of interrogation?
Yeah, you've never been big on sharing. I mean, you know all about me, and there's still so much I don't know about you.
Look, I get it. Talking about the past isn't easy. But I'm curious, yeah? So get to it. I've got all day.
Do you now? Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to tell you. I'm here because I killed some people from the church.
That cannot be!
Originally, I attended the academy as Count Rowe's adopted kid. There came a point when the church ordered me to wipe out some members from my old gang. Told me it was part of some important mission.
Who is this old gang you speak of?
They were nothing more than common thieves to someone like you, Constance. Anyway, they're like family to me. So naturally, I protested my orders. Things got pretty heated and, well, the rest is history.
That's some story, pal. You're damn lucky they didn't execute you.
You're telling me. Elfric stepped in and implored them to spare my life. Told them to consider the circumstances. It's not so different for the rest of you. I'm sure he helped all of us out in different ways.
He did. I was about to be thrown in the monastery's underground jail. People thought I was dangerous, what with my gift and all. It's dark and dingy here, but it sure beats a prison cell. Elfie really saved my neck.
Back to the point. Balthus, what was it you were so curious about? You had ideas regarding why our enemies may be clawing after the chalice, perhaps?
No, nothing like that. But I am hung up on something Rhea said. That binding on the chalice was linked to the four apostles, yeah? I know I've got Chevalier's...
Sorry, but mind if I cut in?
What is it? Can't you see we're busy?
I can, but I just remembered something. Something important. Specifically, the names of the apostles. Oban, Chevalier, Noah, and Timotheus. The 4 apostles whose bloodlines were lost to time. I figured the Ashen Wolves might have thoughts about all that.
No use hiding it now, Constance. Let's lay all of our cards on the table. As for me, I've got the Major Crest of Chevalier. When I enrolled at the Academy, the church ordered me to keep that tidbit to myself. So I did.
Mm-hmm. And I've got the Major Crest of Oban. Never did sort out how it is I have this thing.
As for me, the blood of Saint Noah courses through my veins. This is kept hidden, even from the Empire.
Which probably means mine's from Timotheus. I do have a vague recollection of being told my crest is rare.
So the 4 crests, which were presumed lost, have all been gathered into the same house.
All thanks to our buddy Elfric, it would seem.
And now Elfric has been abducted. Why could that be? If it was the chalice they were after, they could have stolen it from us without the need for anything sly.
Maybe someone had it out for him. Or maybe he messed around with the wrong people.
Or it could just be unrelated entirely. We're trying to untangle this mess by tying more knots into it. I mean, Balthus, you landed here on accident, didn't you? It's not like that's linked to the rest of us. And I could just as easily have never ended up down here, you know? You're jumping at shadows. Anyway, we don't have time for this. Let's get our act together and head to the chapel ruins.
Professor! Intriguing. We go to all... We had to wrap
The 4 apostles. Finally, it makes... I never understood, but now I...
Ah, my head. For now, I know it's been one...
Professor?
What?
Hey, friend. Let's not deny that there's a connection between us. How about you and me have ourselves a little date, huh? When the bell strikes midnight, meet me out front of the Holy Mausoleum. My only condition is that you arrive promptly after midnight, and not a moment before. What say you? It's the most romantic time of the evening, of course. Or is the idea of a date with me not appealing to you? Nobles have nearly killed one another fighting for my affections, you know. Perhaps you won't get all you want out of me. But I'll promise you a fun time regardless. It's settled. I'll see you tomorrow night, friend. Don't stand me up.
Your Grace, please reconsider. The chalice is among the Church's greatest treasures, akin to even the heroes' relics.
I am well aware, which is why I have already dealt with the matter. Consider this. The heroes' relics are fearsome weapons imbued with great power. On the contrary, the chalice has long lost the power it once possessed. It is little more than a token of history.
If that is so, then why is it still considered such an important artifact?
It was created for a sacred purpose. To use the blood of the 4 apostles to return the goddess to our world. Their blood.
Your Grace, is something the matter?
I have an urgent mission for you. Investigate the origins of the Ashen Wolves. Start with their enrollment forms for the Academy. Keep an eye out for falsified documents.
Yes, of course. Understood.
Before you begin, Summon Alaris at once. I have new orders for the knights as well.
As you wish, Your Grace.
If I am correct, we haven't a moment to lose. Another tragedy is soon to transpire.
That crumbly old chapel somewhere nearby, or what?
I can play little part here, save perhaps as a bargaining chip for our dear Elfric.
Getting yourself captured instead? That wouldn't be good at all, Constance.
I think we should be more worried about B's appearance. I mean, he's got way more, life experience than the rest of us. And all that life experience makes you look more like a knight than a student, B.
You saying I'm old, pal? Don't forget, you're speaking to the ageless king of grappling.
She's not wrong, Balti. There's a pretty big age gap between you two.
You're friends with Hilda's older brother, right? That explains your maturity. You make Hubert look like a spring chicken.
Can it, will ya? Anyway, I'm wearing a school uniform. No way in hell they'll think I'm a knight.
Yeah, and anyone wearing a school uniform is without a doubt a student.
To be honest, for a good while, I actually did think you might be a knight. Who made your uniforms and set up the Ashen Wolf House, anyhow?
If I might so humbly interject, that would be Elfric.
He pulled everything together for us, sometime after he was appointed as the Guardian of Abyss. Said he wanted to give former students who were expelled from the Academy somewhere to live, somewhere to belong. Of course, all of this was established long before any of us were in the picture.
It does. Whatever his aims, it seems he has quite a few noble qualities.
All I know is that he helped me, so I'll help him.
I strongly doubt that I shall factor into Elfric's retrieval, but I shall follow your lead.
There it is. We owe Elfric. Maybe your goddess doesn't care about debts, but my fists and I sure do.
Sorry to have roped you into all this, friend. We owe you. Just stick with us a bit longer, won't you?
This is great! Has me ready to get to it and start hitting things.
Ever since I was a kid, I've lived my life by one rule. That I'd only play my hand if I was guaranteed victory. I've gotten this far by using my cunning in any way necessary. Lying, cheating, even killing when there was no other way. But this next play? Well, the odds don't exactly seem to be in my favor. Not unless you trust me enough to provide me with an ace. Never you mind, friend. Let's just go.
At last you've arrived. You certainly took your sweet time.
My flock, why have you come?
Save you, of course. You didn't really think we'd just up and abandon you, did you?
If I may be so bold, we have the chalice you seek. Might I humbly request that you return Elfric?
You found the chalice? When I told you of it, I never imagined you'd...
Let's make sure it's not some cheap imitation. Hand it over.
Not until you hand over the hostage. There needs to be some degree of a trusting exchange here.
I can see you don't understand your own predicament. We've no issue killing the lot of you and taking it either way.
I can't tell if this guy's ears are stuffed with wool or if he's just this stupid.
Can't say I'm surprised. Thugs like this aren't about to show us any gesture of sincerity.
Yuri, stand down. Leave me. Take the chalice and flee. You must. It is irreplaceable. You must not hand it to these brigands.
You know us better than that. We didn't come here without a plan. Do your thing, Happy.
Wait, do what thing?
Seriously? Right now?
Now, Happy?
Fine, fine, fine.
Her sigh. She...
I've gotta say, that sigh of hers never gets old.
Yeah, glad you like the show. It's not like it's a gift I asked for.
Where did that thing come from?
Absolute cowards. How entertaining. Balthus, will you do the honors?
Leave it to me, boss. I got... Damn!
Hey, Balthus, quit screwing around. Oh. Wow. It flew off of him. I'll sort it out. At least we got Elfric back in one piece. Now to handle these fools.
Cheap party tricks! Let's make these children scream!
Your reckless actions could have been the death of you. Still, I thank you for saving me.
Don't go thanking me yet. We've still got to get out of here.
There's no time for foolish blunders when our future is at stake.
We must complete the mission the noble gave us. We shall vanquish these infidels post-haste.
Didn't mind brawling a giant bird, but now I'm stuck here. Oh well, time to show what happens when the awe-inspiring King of Grappling goes all out.
I'll cut through. Battle. Huh. Victory.
I will prevail. The sun. May my foes someday forgive me.
Sure thing.
Yep.
Stay focused.
I'll give it my all. I must steel myself.
Your support is appreciated.
Right where I want.
I must stay focused.
Ready and willing.
Who, me?
Let me at him. You're even stronger than I look, yeah? Strong enough? Ready to bleed? Couldn't weather the storm, huh? My left
You didn't give it your all.
Of course I'd go down like this.
Try to keep up! Win?
Well, how was that? It's a
Too easy. Don't hold this against me, okay? Never underestimate an outsider. It's not luck, it's fate. Not too shabby. Oh no.
You fought well. Such...
think this through. Your defeat was inevitable.
comparison to my allies.
I'll cut through. Stand down. Over already.
I'll give it my all.
The shape.
Is that all? I'm... Too slow! I must stay focused.
Let's think carefully.
Those cats are calling for backup. When will this end?
Let me at him.
Ready and willing. Sure thing.
Who, me?
I will prevail.
Well, how was that?
I'm...
Who, me?
Stay focused. Should I have held back?
Who, me? Sorry, did I hurt you?
Battle.
I'll give it my all.
Use caution. Right where I was. Who's next?
I can always depend on you.
My moment has arrived. Never underestimate an outsider.
Just like that.
I will prevail.
Ready and willing.
Sure thing.
Sorry, but victory is mine. I expect.
You know, I just realized I have the freaking mic off the entire time.
Still so many of them. Happy? You know what to do.
Again? What do you take me for, a size servant?
Oh, crud. Why them?
More monsters?
Why are monsters like that in Garrick Mach? Ah, well, perhaps I can take the treasure they found as a parting gift.
Well, tell you one thing. What's that thing again? Ammonia gas? That is not what I was aiming for, buddy. I'm sorry, that wouldn't work. Give it to him, Linhart. But yeah, I can't believe freaking I had the mic off the entire time, and I don't even know what point I turned it off. And I don't know what part I was freaking blathering my mouth on about. So rip me. Jeez. Does this mean we can take out the monsters as well? God damn it.
I won that?
You're making us more work.
Is that all?
Do it! You're fresh out of luck.
Linhart. Why us? That you're our allies. Oh. It's not like I want to see all this unfold. Okay, boss lady, you know what to do. Okay, maybe you don't know what to do. 21% chance to hit him.
Can it be Princess Edelgard?
How dare you disrespect House Restbound? This ends here.
Damn! How disrespectful. Man. Look over here. Get the thing.
At least you're no coward.
I'll take that.
Ready and willing.
Curve
It's
shot.
not luck. It's fate.
Battle. Must be
Cutting
awful
Gale.
losing to me.
And then we'll move forward.
Sure thing.
How you guys doing with the bird brain?
Use caution. You never had a chance.
Thank you.
I must.
I'll give it my all.
Okay, we got 3 units left.
Stay focused.
Yeah, we already know what these guys look like when being beat up, so go for it.
I will prevail.
Go for it. Go crit. Doggy friend. Why me? That guy was attacking you. Go for it. 63.
We
you. And Hilda takes care of this one.
Hilda! Hilda! Don't...
I'm impressed.
Last but not least, this guy, again.
Witness my power!
Let's go, Your Majesty. Deadeye!
Just a few more moves, then all will know that I am the Empire's...
What?
Forget I said anything.
The Empire's what?
If you die, it won't matter either way.
I'll cut through.
I have so far left to go.
I don't mind pain, but it's time to make my exit. My employer pays me more than this treasure is worth.
You okay, Elfric?
I am. All thanks to you. The chalice, is it unharmed?
Yes, it's safe. Chatterbox is...
What?
Nighty night!
How the freaking mic off again, and that was predictable, but that's what I just said with the mic off. But yeah, predictable, saw that coming. Yuri and
Yuri! You damn scoundrel, what are you doing?
yeah, I saw that coming.
I think you can see what I'm doing, Ballface.
Beautifully executed, Yuri. The chalice is finally mine now, along with the blood of the 4 apostles.
It seems I was correct, that there was an enemy in our midst. To think our bird was instead a rat.
You've always had a wild imagination, Constance. I've got to say, turning your attention elsewhere was a challenge, even for me.
That is enough of the banter, Yuri. I informed you not to divulge too much.
They'll all be under the dirt soon enough. It's not like they'll be able to talk at that point. After all I've gone and done for you, Elfric, I would think you'd have just a bit more faith in me. Your silence speaks volumes. Guess this is the end of the niceties. It's all on you now, friend. I'm sure you and the others will figure it out.
Professor! Are you injured?
Impossible. Surely you suffered a wound.
Teach, there's no time for playing around. Tell us how... I get it. He only pretended to attack you, didn't he? So you were just playing a part in this grand performance. But was that really the smartest decision here?
The chalice and the Ashen Wolves are gone. I am loath to think what will become of them without our help.
And how do you propose we pursue them? We haven't a clue where they went.
Well, we know what they're after. That at least narrows down the possibilities.
Professor, are we too late?
Lady Rhea, why have you come?
After sending all of you off, I began to investigate the lineage of the Ashen Wolves. In doing so, I was able to confirm that the documented information about their crests was falsified. What was once a wild speculation, I now know to be true. The crests they bear are the same as those of the four apostles, the very same who long ago enacted the Rite of Rising. Once the blood of the four is poured upon the chalice, its power can be harnessed. I believe we have enough evidence to assume that our Ashen Wolves will suffice to carry out this ritual.
So, Elfric's aim must be to carry out the Rite of Rising at the expense of the students. Lady Rhea, what precisely is the purpose of this ritual?
We've heard it has the power to resurrect life, but that can't be true, can it?
The chalice is a holy artifact, created by the goddess herself. It serves to restore a physical form that was previously lost to this world.
So those wild tales are true. It really can bring someone back to life.
Not exactly. It can breathe life into a body, but it cannot return a spirit that has already departed. Ultimately, it is a tool to return the goddess to her physical form. Her spirit is omnipresent, but her flesh is no more. Such incredible power is truly awe-inspiring and extremely dangerous. In that way, it is akin to the hero's relics. For this reason, the four apostles were never intended to pass down their crests. This gathering should never have been possible. The Ashen Wolves are now gathered together, making it possible once more.
And Elfric is at the center of this mess, luring them all to Abyss for his own selfish reasons. Without so much as a whisper of it to the church, of course.
This incident is my own doing. I never should have entrusted the chalice to them.
Lady Rhea, do you have any idea where they could have gone?
I do indeed. Garreg Mach, which is protected by the goddess, is the only place the Rite of Rising can be performed. Holding such a ritual requires absolute focus, so I imagine the setting would need to be serene, peaceful.
There are countless such places within the monastery walls.
It's certainly peaceful there, but due to last month's incident, it's heavily guarded at present.
For now, let us return to the monastery. There is much to consider.
Lady Rhea!
You look troubled, Alois. What has happened?
Thieves have breached Garreg Mach's village walls. They've been pillaging the shops and residences, taking whatever they please.
I wonder if this has anything to do with Elfric.
There's no telling, but for now, their numbers are too great. They need the knights. By your will, Lady Rhea, allow us to clear the village of these hooligans.
Yes, Alois. Please ensure the safety of the villagers immediately. However, leave a few of your best knights here with me.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll see to it.
Teach? You look like you've got something to say. He told you to meet up with him at the Holy Mausoleum? You never run out of secrets, do you, Teach?
I'm certain that Yuri had his reasons for setting up this meeting. He took the time to speak with you, however cryptically, before he left.
Fair point, Dimitri. I do wonder why he told you it needed to be after midnight. Wouldn't it be better to rush to their aid immediately?
Yuri's no fool. There's a method to his madness.
Okay, like, comment, subscribe. Sharkus XTV and I'm signing